Hey Capricorn seekers. This will be a reading for mid-June, but mostly, mid-May, but mostly June. Or maybe mid-June. I don't know. Wherever you're watching this, you're welcomed here. Hi, my name is Morgainne. Nice to meet you if you're new. Thank you for the trust, for taking a leap of faith, for giving from your time. This YouTube realm is infinite, isn't it? 10 of Cups. What a wonderful start to a reading. I feel a sense of profound relief and healing from this Ace of Cups, which is a card of healing in and of itself, but it's an aspect of it, not the whole of it. And I feel like this Ace of Cups bring forth mostly that aspect of a burden being lifted. Now, a lot of times my seekers come back and tell me, oh my God, when I watched this reading when it was out, it didn't really click. But then when I rewatched it 2, 3 weeks later, it was in retrospect, in hindsight, it was totally accurate. So if you don't feel that sense of relief now, it's not to say that it's not going to come through very soon. I think you're starting to feel Pluto's lifting itself out and away from you because it's in Aquarius now, already 3 degrees in. Even though it's in retrograde, it's going to stay in Aquarius, and you're starting to feel what it's like to walk in the world without Pluto forcing you into the dark night of the soul again and again and again and again, unveiling one more layer and one more layer and one more layer. It's like you've been on a 14 years um, cycle of non-stop shadow work and walking through your inner underworld and your subconscious being flipped upside down time and time again. And every time you thought, okay, I did not leave a stone unturned, Pluto was like, oh yeah? What about this pebble right there that I'm going? Well, you're starting to feel the relief of that because you didn't really believe until now. You're like, oh, it's just it always felt like it's okay, and then it came back around, and now it's feeling okay, and you're like waiting for the plutonian shoe to drop for another thing to come through to happen. Um, Now, it's not to say that you're not going to deal with stuff, that there aren't going to be situations and things to process and to overcome and to deal with. It's just not going to be as intense. And you've gained a lot of wisdom from this. It also developed a profound sense of empathy because when you go through a level of pain and experience a certain thing yourself, when you meet someone who's dealing with something similar, it's a lot easier for you to understand where they're coming from and what they're going through. Good job, Kathy. Okay, show us more, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Stallion. The random seeker is just here to hang out and learn general spiritual notions regardless of your sign. Awesome. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. So, what's going on here? There we go. All right, can you see better now? The light is tricky. Oh my God, look at this. It's like the Wheel of Fortune is coming. Okay, sorry. A profound, powerful, intense new beginning of a cycle. Now, Saturn is moving into Aries. It's going to square you, and it's your ruler. That's okay because those of you who are tuning in have done such profound work. But, you worked on yourself and you healed a lot. And for some of you, I'm picking up you just healed from a disease of some sort that was lifted from your body. Um, and so these changes that are coming, you can handle them. And they're going to come with, you know, joy and hope. You're going to enjoy it and be grateful for them with this Ace of Cups here. It's not going to be like a scary roller coaster that, you're like screaming and puking. It's going to be more like of a cute joyride, okay? And but change is coming. A lot of things are going to surprise you in this coming month, like events that feel very like synchronistic and serendipitous in the way that catalyst like shifts and turns are going to happen. Um, so just prepare to be surprised, and know that it's happening because the universe loves you, God loves you, and your higher self is exactly where it wants to be. And that inner healing that you've been going through is really helping you also facilitate yourself positive changes in your life. Some of you are leading a complete U-Haul of your life in several fields. Show me more, please, for Capricorn. What's going on with the light? I want you to see. Oh my gosh. Sway. Sway helpful. Morgainne, just take a little bit to your left, a little bit more. There you go. Now we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna stay here. Nah. Show me more. Show me more for Cappy. Working with the Rider-Waite Tarot, in case you have not already noticed. Duh. Knight of Swords. Who's this guy? Where is he going? What is he yelling about? Hear he, hear he. There's an announcement. There's a monologue. There is a lecture full of passion and indignation. Maybe you're going to watch a speaker of some sort and they're generating a lot of change in you. They're like really stirring you into action. Another Knight of Pentacles. But you're meeting it with like, dude, I'm a Capricorn. What do you want me to run? No, I'm gonna pace this. I'm gonna check all the details, cross the T's, dot the I's, and make sure it's legit. It sounds very exciting, but whoa, hold your horses there, buddy. You're like the look, you might be saying this to yourself. You find yourself super excited with some changes, and you're just kind of trying to press the brakes as your other leg is pressing the gas. Or you're trying to do that with another energy outside of you that is very like excited about something and wants to run really fast. And you're like, wait, we need to do this right. These are big changes, or this is something big that we're doing, something big that we're working on. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's give it the best potential for success. Several opportunities here in this coming days, this coming month for you. Well, I just need to move my leg. I'm picking up on a few witches. You're like, Capricorn is always like being spoken to and about. Like there's this responsible, matrix oriented, reality, traditional, um, responsible energy, but we're also witches. Yeah, you are. Capricorn is a very witchy energy. It's cardinal earth. You move mountains. You have the strength to make the impossible possible, and you understand the elements more than anybody. That's why you come here with such a practical character. It's to ground your whack spirit. Wacky spirit in a good way, in a powerful way. You come here with humility and responsibility of the Capricorn, so that the magic of the Capricorn isn't doesn't go off leash, and you know it's to make sure that you don't accidentally abuse your power. So be happy you came here as a Capricorn. It's actually a compliment and a testament of your power. Yep. Traditional includes traditional medicine. Traditional also includes native, um, indigenous way of life. Seven of Cups. This is where sometimes the reading takes a turn into more of an energetic realm with channeling. I think something is coming through, but give me a moment. You're going to be tested this month. It's a spiritual test. It's not something that you can fail. It's just something that you could possibly be, okay, not ready. And that's okay. Um, Often, I don't yet see exactly the nature of the test, but often it comes with a test of ego to see, like, if with all that, are you still humble? Are you still responsible? Are you still respectful? With power comes great responsibility. With spiritual and energy power and energy work, um, spiritual teachers, shamans are often, when they reach a certain level of achievement or status or just a position of some sort, that's when they're tested to see, okay, but do you remember who you are and where you come from? And do you remember that you're not above anything or anyone? Not because you're not phenomenal and wonderful, but because you're not above anyone or anything. You're not below and you're not above. And so, when given the opportunity, if you act as if you are, the spirit is going to be like, okay, not yet. And something can be taken from you. Could be a skill, a gift, the luck that you're used to having, just to kind of, and not forever, just to kind of give you a break to kind of rethink things. And be careful because often when it happens, the person doesn't even know. They stay in the same state in the same position for a very long time and they think it's great, and that's great. And they can continue for God knows how long, for as long as they want. Um, but they're not giving the key, they're given the actual keys, the actual kingdom. They don't know that. There is a fake palace in the spiritual realm that is given to those who failed that test and are stuck in that state. And that's where usually cult leaders are and people who kind of abuse their influence over others in order to, well, in order to anything. And often they don't know that this isn't the real divine palace. So be careful because I'm picking up that you're somewhere close to that time where there will be a test. Stay humble, stay grounded, um, stay kind. You don't need a crown on your head. The crown is in the heart. King of Cups. So many cups. Ace of Cups, King of Cups, and Seven of Cups. We're talking about air season. Interesting. By air season, I mean Gemini season. Gemini is mutable air. In case you're also new to the world of astrology and these notions are new to you. King of Cups. Seven of Cups. Be careful of telling yourself that you're feeling that something is just because it's what you want it to be, right? So let's say you have um, feelings of some sort, and that's great. It's not a bad thing, but be careful not to conflate. It's kind of wishful thinking or wishful feeling. Don't conflate what you feel and what you want to be true with what is your intuition telling you, or what your psychic abilities or whatever the case may be is telling you. Don't also don't abuse your power over yourself to gaslight yourself, to dilute yourself. Um, keep your mind free of being influenced by itself. It's kind of like when we fall in love with someone and it's not working out or it's not mutual, whatever the case may be, and you tell yourself that, well, it's a twin flame situation. We have a mission and they're just not ready. But I know, I just know. Maybe I'll interject I made a 13th element video. You can find it on my 13th element playlist. I'm going to try to put it at the corner of the screen as well. Um, the T on true love, twin flames, karmics, and soulmates and the differences. I go into more length in length to explain the difference there and the pitfalls. And I will just say that there's a lot circulating about twin flames, right? And a lot of it is kind of just it's very predatory, kind of just feeds on people's wishful thinking and love and broken heart and desires. So I'll put it this way. Twin flames often are in a situation where they might need to it's them against the world kind of thing, where circumstances are challenging, but they're never against each other. They're never cruel to each other, mean to each other, hurtful to each other. Um, that's actually more karmic relationships. So it's interesting how so much content is circulating that as presents twin flames as but actually describes karmics. It's because the readers themselves or the creators themselves are probably in love with someone that it's karmic and difficult and unhealthy, or just plain toxic, karmic or not, and they're trying to excuse it to themselves. So that's kind of what they do with their teachings. That's the best example I could give to not be the enemy of yourself, right? To keep your mind open and not influenced even by your own mind. It's not to say that whatever you feel for someone is not real. We can fall in love and even have a wonderful relationship without it being a spiritual mission. You know what? I will link a few videos in the info. I don't remember which corner it is. In the info, a few videos to do with love in relation to spirituality and soul connections and stuff like that. So you're welcome to kind of binge them and have a really maybe a better understanding. So anyway, back to this reading. Um, yeah, you gotta you gotta know how to observe your desires and your feelings, not from a place of judgment, but from a place of clarity, and not be ruled by them, and allowing them to rule you if they're indeed good for you, if they're indeed good for you. But if something is destructive and painful and um, hurtful, love is not a battlefield unless the two of you are on the same side. Okay, unless the two of you are on the same side. The high priestess. High priestess right after the fool. Not everything needs to be taught. Not everyone is ready for everything at once. I don't remember which video I said it, but I'll say it again because I feel like you guys also need to hear this. The healing process. Often we treat emotional and spiritual healing differently than we treat physical healing. So, for example, if someone breaks their leg, we're not going to expect them to push through it and run with a broken leg. We're going to insist that they rest and let it heal um, and do it gradually. Otherwise, they can only damage it further. Okay, so if you can't do the emotional, spiritual, energetic healing at once, boom, da 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 da, super deep, taking 3 dosage of the medicine in one shamanic ceremony, etc. That's that is wisdom of healing, knowing I should not take the next dosage, or this person should not take the next dosage. Dose? I don't know. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because sometimes when you push the psyche too far, too deep, too fast, it breaks further. We can't overwhelm the mind. It is limited in this realm. Not in ways that it can't do the process and eventually get there, but it needs to happen in stages. And it really depends on just how much pain or how much trauma the person is carrying, which often has to do not with them, but their circumstances and a lot of times things that have been done to them. So you gotta be smart and wise with your mystical knowledge, with what you say to who and when and how. And that includes yourself. You don't have to go through this energetic leap so high so fast. It won't make you powerful and impressive, not in the eyes of those who truly understand this type of work. If anything, it would make you seem arrogant and ignorant. Yeah, yeah. Be wise with your wisdom. Let's see, is there anything else, please, for Cappy? After this, I will do a sequel for this reading where I'll pull a Celtic cross to see deeper into events and other aspects that didn't come through here. So if you resonate or if you just want to continue hanging out with us, the sequel will be available either on Patreon for a separate purchase or over here on YouTube in channel membership for unlimited streaming of all the sequels. That's on Tier Shifter. It's $9.99 a month, and you get all the sequels for all the signs, and all the karmic shift and liberation. And if you really want to dive deeper into the shamanic work of tarot and learn how to be a spiritual teacher utilizing reading tarot while going through that shamanic journey with yours truly, check out Tarot Masterclass. You have all the 90 pre-recorded classes over on Golden Ratio channel membership, which includes all the sequels and karmic shift and liberation as well. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Because we have the Fool and the High Priestess, I'm going to take him. I think he's here for a reason. I want to show you the cards. Okay. This is nice. I like this setting. Can you see clearly? Yeah. All right. So, 10, 1, 1, making it 1, 1, 1. And you have 0 and 0, 1, 2. And 2 knights. Okay, so there's something very analytical about this reading. The analysis of the divine. Really understanding that also theoretical and academic knowledge in this is very, very important. Not just the intuition and the healing and the, you know, understanding the mechanism of certain things because they do have a mechanism. And when you understand the mechanism of the cosmos, of energy work, of different types of wisdoms and theologies, you can really connect the dots and apply what is relevant to where and to who. It's being the magician, having that very eclectic toolbox, right? He has the wand and the cup and the coin and the sword. He has the fire and the air and the earth and the water. And he knows what to use when and how. And it's because he keeps his mind free, but also guards it. This is not a realm where you're supposed to be open with everyone all the time. I know a lot of you don't like hearing this in the spiritual realm. But I'm going to say this again. This realm of samsara is not a realm to be open with everyone all the time. There's an open and a close for a reason. There's a naked and clothed for a reason. This is a school where you learn how, as a soul, you come here to learn how to understand the breakdown of what it is that you have naturally outside of this realm as a spirit. That you don't have to overthink, you just kind of do or kind of are. Sorry, I'm cleaning the cords. I'm going to tell you something also that you might not like. If you do the no, I'm Jesus, I'm open to everything and everywhere all the time. Even he wasn't. He was very discerning and very selective. Yehoshua. Okay? If you do that, you actually harm people. Because they're not ready if you're doing something right, but in a wrong timing, and it messes something up, or you're not doing something right. You're doing something out of, just wanting to do something and show that you know how to do something. And then you damage them. There's a rhyme and reason, there's a time and season. Okay, wonderful, important message. I'm going to see you right now in your sequel. If you're about that, if you're new, be sure to subscribe. Everyone, share with me your experience and if you resonate or just, your thoughts on the matter in the comments. I read all your comments. If you enjoyed this video, if it inspired you, helped you in any way, shape, or form, be sure to like it or even share it with someone you feel like it could help. Yeah, I'll see you right away. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. I love you.